And I'm sitting on the bench watching my kids play, and it backs its way and sits on my feet. I'm like, the kids are like, oh, and I'm looking around and thinking, this thing's gonna die if I leave it here. So I better bring it home. I don't know what we'll find a home for it or something. So we bring this Peking duck home. And the kids are loving it. The next day, they're all playing and feeding it scraps and playing with it in the yard. And I didn't really think anything of it. And that night, we had about 15 YWAMers come over, and we were doing a prayer session in the backyard area. And they're all holding hands praying, and it's all very serious. And this Peking duck comes waddling in the middle of this circle. And what emerged from this duck was quite powerful and confusing at the same time. It was this kind of purple mound that came out. I didn't realize the kids had invented beetroot that day. Whoa! Of all times, right? Anyway, things you go through like that. So, let me tell you a good story, right? Because I do have good days, right? I had this one morning, I'd gotten up early, I'd done a little bit of exercise, had quiet time with God, all was going well. Had time to have a shower, I did my hair and makeup. I even put my favorite outfit, which I knew I would have been in this outfit, as people have said, you look so good in that outfit. So I put that outfit on, had some jewelry on. I even had time to make the kids a special breakfast before school. I was hanging it as a mom. I was like, if they had TikTok back then, I would have done that, but they didn't. So I thought, I even had time. I made them pancakes, and I even made them hot chocolates each, right? Not only that, I put little marshmallows on each of the hot chocolates, and I'm like, oh, okay, kids, I'm off. I had a half day of relief teaching to do. I'm off to do some more, do some shopping. I'll see you later. Off I go. Did my relief classes, had pretty good kids, did what they're meant to do, little smirks on their face, which they usually have. I go shopping, and as I'm shopping, I'm noticing people are looking. They're looking at me. They're having a good day, right? And they notice it, right? And I'm like, I feel good. I get to feel good about myself, but I'm feeling good this day because all is going well, all is right in the world. Jesus Christ loves me. And I am going good. And I go through the whole day, and it was just a wonderful day, right? I tell you these good things. I get home, I go by the mirror, which I had not looked in all day. I suddenly realized why people were looking at me. So, because that morning, when I had been putting the nice little marshmallows into my children's hot chocolate, my pendant fell into the hot chocolate, and when I stood up because of my gait, it would bounce from boob to boob as I walked. So I had this strip of chocolate all over. No one said a thing. They all just smiled and looked at me, and that's how I thought I was doing so well on that day. Yeah, you never believe it. That was not my worst relief day. No. My worst relief teaching day was when I was 13 months pregnant with Trinity. It's just she never would come out. Huge. Anyways, I rocked up to the public school that we were living nearby at that time to do some relief teaching. And the lady at the desk snickered as she gave me the notes for the day. And as I'm walking to class, I realized why she snickered. Because of all days, I had year 9s, sex education. Yeah. Not just one year 9 class. No. The entire school year 9 class, in conjunction with a few other teachers, were all in an auditorium. And that particular day, we got to watch a movie of a woman I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do with this, right? Anyway, so I expected it as we walk out. Of course, there's like 9 boys behind me, all making the jokes. That's gonna be you soon, man. Aren't you nervous? So I did the responsible thing as a teacher. I turned around and I gave them the teacher look. I said, boys. And they all looked at me. I'm like, oh, my water. People in general. Kids are fun, and have a lot of fun with them. But I think, as a parent, you should have a few tools. They say, right, tools in the artillery toolbox to help you in your parenting. So I thought I'd give you a few tips tonight. Get you ready, in case you need these. So the first thing I would suggest as a parent, if you're thinking about having kids, if you have kids, or even long after, if you're going to have grandkids, all these things hopefully will help you. First thing, get earplugs. Just gonna throw that out there. I know that's not funny, but it's just true. It's gonna take it down a level. The tantrums don't seem half as bad. If you have earplugs in, don't sound that bad. We'll look through it. Regular tantrums, there's 2 things you can do with tantrums, right? You either walk away, right? And this worked well with my youngest because he doesn't look anything like me. He's from the Philippines. I'm gonna sit with the other mom like, excuse me. All right. Join in with all the other moms, So you can do that. Or, my favorite is join in. Why not have to have a 2-year-old? You'll always climb. And just totally let loose, and your kids will just stop. That's just a tip for you. So, second thing I recommend is reflection. Now, what I mean by this is in your house, put as much glass, mirrors, everything around. So what you can do is you're like, stop picking on your sister. How does she know that? You can see the reflection, right? You never tell them this, but they just think you're magical. They can see everything, right? So get lots of reflection around you, it's gonna help you. Yes. Number 3, have fun, right? So be willing to have some fun. So what I like to do is, for example, my 15-year-old, well, he was 13 at the time, he was into Fortnite, right? I said, do you know what Fortnite is before I go into this? It's a game that the boys are all into, and they have these headsets, and they talk to their friends, and they type little messages to their friends as they play the game. It's like they got 20 things going on at the same time. I asked him nice, can you please get off, because we're going to get going soon. Totally ignored me, right? Couldn't even hear me. So I asked a few more times. He just kept playing. I thought, I did have a few things to do around the house. I kind of let it go. Eventually, he had to go to the toilet, didn't he? So, when he went off to the toilet, I quickly zipped in, put the headset on, and I started typing and said, hey guys, how about instead of playing this game, we all meet up at the park and go skateboarding, play on the slides, and swing on the swings, and go outside into nature. And then I got these replies coming, what are you talking about? What are you on, dude? Seriously, let's do it. Let's go out now. Instead of being on this silly game, let's go out and play. People all these kids are like, I don't know where this kid is going. And then I hear the toilet flush quickly. Go back into the kitchen and start washing, And you wait for her, right? You wait for like a minute. Mom! So good, right? you can order t-shirts with just about anything now. So I ordered a t-shirt with his picture. Right? And I put, "This is my special child." This picture, right? And I ordered it, got it in. So the next time that he was being kind of rude and disrespectful, I pulled out that t-shirt and said, "You want to do that again? Because I'll wear this to school tomorrow when I drop you off and I'll hit around all day with you." Where'd you get that photo? So, yes, it's just handy to have tools in the toolbox, right? Trinity, love her. She was my one that gave me sass. Oh my goodness. I don't know if any of your kids ever seen me sass. That's where they argue and argue and argue till till I'm blue in the face, really. I'm just like, and you can't get a word in, you're never going to be right, so they just keep at you. I just learned, just let her go. Just let her go, it's okay. I let her go, and she thought she got away with that, didn't she? So she went off to school the next day. About, an hour and a half before I went to pick her up from school, I went into her room and I got her makeup. Started putting some makeup on. Nice and thick. Lipstick on. And then I looked around her room and I thought, oh, those are her favorite Adidas trackies. I squeezed my little bottom into those trackies. It could have been a muffin top, but I got in there. Got the dimples going on. Put that top on, and I thought, I'll put my hair up in piggies. And I went to school about 20 minutes early to pick her up. So I parked in the parking lot, walked into school, up to her classroom, knocked on the door. She's like, I can't mouth what she said. Anyways, the teacher comes to the door, opens the door, and then I decided to put on the thick accent. Hi, y'all. I came to pick up my daughter. I didn't know so. Again, still in the toolbox. Right? Yeah, feel free to use that. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Prayer is another thing I gotta put on that list. We all know how important it is to pray, right? And I am totally serious. Prayer does get you through parenthood. But I like to kind of put up the atmosphere for prayer because I feel like from a young age, we should tell them. So you get a situation where something happens. Let's say, for example, that Trinity stands inside the bottom drawer of her brother's drawer set and it breaks through, and you see her get out of the drawer, go onto the ground, and continue playing Lego with her brother as if nothing happened. You go into the room at that moment and you say, "Who broke the drawer?" And they both look at you and go, "We know." So this is where I set up for prayer. So I'm going to give you one chance to tell me the truth, but then I'm going to pray about it. And God sees everything. And He will tell me the truth if you do not. So give me one chance. Who broke the drawer? Really, Mommy? We don't know who broke the drawer. Sorry. Trinity. Whoa! And then from there on, you don't have to worry about it because they will say to you, if you say, "Did you do that?" "Oh, Mom, please don't." Or they'll be like, "He did it, pray about it." Pray about it, Mom, he did it. So you will have your answers set up for you. And they know then the value of prayer. Very good. So, we all go through struggles with kids, without kids, with pets. In life, we have a lot of struggles, right? And this is biblical. right? We read about a lot of stories in the Bible, and they're really serious, right? I mean, you look at Sarah, right, who really... Well, this story you may not want to be involved in anyway. Because at 90, she was told she's going to be pregnant. Now, I just want you to fathom that for a minute. I don't know if anyone's 90 here tonight. Imagine being told you're pregnant at 90, right? I mean, there's some struggles in there, right? If you know that story at all, a lot of struggles. But she does say, when she gives birth to Isaac later on, that I will laugh, and those around me will laugh with me, right? In Exodus 21, you can read it for yourself. Job went through a lot of struggles. Just got to read that story. That's another story, right? But even he says, in the end, he's able to laugh with God, right? Because we go through these struggles, and when you're in them, they're not funny, right? But then later, they're a little funny, you know? And then I think by the time we hit heaven, they're really funny. I think that's not a good sense of humor, right? We're going to be laughing it up, right? So, I wanted to tell you a little bit of a serious story. We moved down south. This is prior to children. Mark and I moved down south. And we had a country property. And as the days went on, I got really, really sick. We didn't know at the time, right? I can tell you now what it was, but we did not know this at the time, that oleander leaves were dropping into our rain tank. And I was drinking water. Now, Mark wasn't getting sick because he went to work and he would drink all the water at work. He wasn't drinking the water. And I didn't know what was happening. And my joints were swelling. I had stomach issues. I mean, I was poisoning myself, basically. I didn't know that at the time. So, we went to doctors. We went through to some specialists. They would send you to various places to get all these testing done. It went over months. I mean, I was going to pools to try and move the joints. I was in a lot of pain. A lot of times I would be at Mark's parents' place. I miscarried a couple of times in that time. It was a horrible time because we didn't know what was going on. And I had to go and get, as you do, a colonoscopy and a stomach probe when they do all that fun kind of procedures. I know some of you have had some of these done, so you know what they're like. Anyways, the specialist, it came back clear and everything. He goes, there's nothing that looks, dire. You almost kind of wish they could find something so you could fix it, right? You're frustrated, and he's like, just call me if anything happens, and we'll take it further. And a bit more time went on, and it kind of got worse, right? So one particular day, I thought I better call him because there's some issues going on. So I called him up and I said, look, I know I was only in for testing like a week and a half ago, but I'm having these bowel movements that are continual and they're just like liquidy and they're constant and it's awful, right? And now there's blood in the stool. And he said something to me that I will never forget. It profoundly changed me. He said, Marla, this is your dentist.